Hey guys, it's Jacky. I'm back with another video, and today, if y'all cannot tell from the title of the video, we are here with a couple of things that I learned at the age of 24. Yeah, I'm at Unk age. So I decided to make a video to give you guys some Unk information and give you guys knowledge and just give you some wisdoms, tips and tricks. Basically just things I learned at the age of 24. So with that being said, let's jump right into today's video. So with that being said, I came up with this video as, if you guys haven't checked out in some of my previous videos, your boy has definitely been going through life. And I feel like, finally at the age of 24, I'm finally getting my life right. I'm in my quarter life crisis, but we're moving in the right direction, I hope. So that's why I put together this little quick video, just because I hope that I'm not the only one that's going through this quarter life crisis in my mid-20s. Damn, I'm in my mid-20s. That's kind of crazy. But I'm really making this video because I'm delusional, and I hope I'm not the only one that's going through anything in life right now. And just, I hope someone who's watching this can relate. So if you can relate, let me know. But yeah, enough of me yapping, enough of me making excuses. Let's just jump right to the video. So on my phone, I have in my notes a couple of things that I have written down. The first thing that I want to talk about is that not everyone is meant to stay in your life, and that's okay. So the reason why I say that is because for me, I have had a lot of friend groups, people in my life just come and go. People, co-workers, classmates, just people have come in and out of my life, and that's okay. I used to kind of beat myself up about it a lot. And I was always like, dang, I have no friends. I'm kind of always reaching out to them. Why am I the friend that does X, Y, and Z? And it got to the point where I'm just going to stop worrying, overthinking, and just control what I can. And that just means that they aren't meant to be in my life at this moment anymore. They played the part in my life, and it's just time to move on. I have so many memories, good and bad, from all my different friend groups that I've had throughout the years. My high school friend group, my college friend group, and even co-workers that I became really close friends with. Friends come and go, relationships come and go. It's just life. I hate to say it, it's just life. Of course, the real friends, you'll make an effort to reach out, hang out with them, even though it's not as much as you want. But just growing up, being an adult, this is just life. You guys go separate ways, jobs, school, etc., kids, families, I don't know. But yeah, just because you don't hang out every day like you used to also doesn't mean that you guys aren't friends. Just because you haven't talked in years, you reconnect, that friendship you've had is not gonna leave, right? I hope. But yeah, that's kind of like my advice number one, I guess, is that it's okay. Like, people come and go from your life, and it's okay. It's not you. Try not to blame yourself as a problem or make yourself feel like the problem, even though I know that's easier said than done, because I personally beat myself up a lot personally. But yeah, that's definitely number one. So moving on to number two, you do not need everything figured out, right? And the reason why I say that is because I feel like a lot of people my age, we have this bad issue, this bad thing, where we always try to compare our lives to the lives that we see on social media. Like, we see all these people, me personally, it's like I see a lot of these streamers, content creators. The only reason I said streamers is, I don't know why I did quotations, but I see a lot of these streamers, content creators, X, Y, and Z, these more successful people who make content, and they're younger than me or the same age as me, and they are way ahead of me in life than myself. And I'm like, dang, I wish I had millions of followers and views and X, Y, and Z. Or another thing is, like, people who always go on vacation. It's like, I studied this in school when I went to Kennesaw State University, so go Owls. But it's basically, you see people's highlights, right? You see the highlights of people's life. Just because they post them at the beach doesn't mean they're always at the beach. People on social media post their highlights because they want to show off, instead of, that's not actual reality. And the only reason I bring that up is just that you just gotta stop comparing yourself to others. Like, I guess this is two birds in one stone. Like, it's okay to not be at where you're at 24. And it's also like, just try not to compare yourself, because that's what's gonna be your downfall. If you compare yourself to others, that's gonna be your downfall. Trust me, I've been there. It's easier said than done. But you just really have to take life day by day and just understand that it's okay. Like, I used to beat myself up a lot because I felt like a failure because I'm 24 years old and I'm living at home. Like, yes, I'm saving money on rent, but it's like, it's still kind of embarrassing because I see all these people on social media who live in these penthouses, houses, X, Y, and Z with nice cars. They're paying their parents back, and I'm out here like barely surviving. So I tend to compare myself a lot, but I'm trying not to do that. I think I'm doing a lot better, allegedly. But yeah, that's my advice number 2. So I hope that makes sense. So moving on to another one that I really kind of liked, or it has definitely affected me more than others, is definitely that you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. And the only way you can grow is by getting uncomfortable. I felt like I was in such a comfortable state of mind where I kind of got depressed from being comfortable, if that makes sense. I used to be a manager at H&M and I was content. I was okay working my 9 to 5, tired from being overworked, underpaid, underappreciated. And I got very depressed. My whole personality became H&M, and it has led me to get blacklisted from H&M. That's a story for another day. But basically, I felt that I was comfortable, too comfortable, where I was upset at myself, and I think that's what kind of brought in this social anxiety thing that I didn't really realize that I had. Because in college, I was fine. I didn't really have social anxiety. But after college, my social anxiety got very, very bad. And I think it's because I got too comfortable. So I had to get uncomfortable to kind of move forward and grow. Like, I've been doing so many things that I've never really done before. I've been to church a couple times this year, going out random places. Okay, let me stop the cap. I just go to I go look for trading cards, like, I collect trading cards and stuff like that, but baby steps, right? But yeah, I just try to do things by myself independently and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's really it. Just I feel like I got too comfortable in life and I wasn't moving forward or in the direction that I wanted to be or that I know I could have. And I got into a very, very lazy mindset and I got mad at myself. I was like, oh, I'm just being lazy. But yeah, I had to get out that funk and just get my life right and get uncomfortable to move forward and grow. So yeah, I'm giving great advice right now, y'all. So moving on to our 4th and final thing I've learned at the age of 24. And I know this video is kind of quick, but these are really the 4 main things that I truly feel like I live by now. And I recently got this one from my boy Ken, so shout out to Ken if you're watching this. But it's basically saying that it's okay to have goals, but don't make your goals feel like a chore. You need to learn how to enjoy the process. And that starts off by discipline. You have to be disciplined and really enjoy the process. Try not to make it feel like it's a chore, if that makes sense. An example for me would be me losing weight, or me trying to grow as a content creator. Me trying to lose weight, me saying that I want to lose 50 pounds is just the start. That's not even the brink of it. I have to work out, diet, meal plan, all that stuff. And really, I need to enjoy that process instead of constantly weighing myself to focusing on like, oh, I'm still 250, I haven't lost weight. You really have to discipline yourself and enjoy the journey instead of focusing on the end goal. Because as Ken stated, basically, if you focus on the goal, you're not going to reach the goal most likely. If you stay disciplined and enjoy the process, you'll probably surpass your goal. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope I explained it well. Just basically set goals. It's okay to have goals, of course, but don't ever make it feel like that goal is a chore, because then you lose the fun out of your hobbies, your stuff that you do for fun, or just etc. Right? It should never feel like a chore. You should never feel forced to do something. You should always basically do something because you want to do it, if that makes sense. And then enjoy the process. Be disciplined. Of course, be disciplined. Discipline is probably one of the hardest things when it comes to from anything from dieting, staying on schedule, improvement, but just enjoying the process, enjoying the day-to-day life, enjoying the little things. So shout out to Ken. That comment that you left in one of my previous videos really kind of hit home to me and just made me view life a little bit differently, but in a good way. And all of this is easier said than done. And trust me, I have bad days, I have good days. I had a bad day yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I was driving home from work, a little butt hurt. I felt a little lonely. It's cuffing season and your boy ain't cuffed. But I also have to realize that, it's just not my time. Like, everything in life happens for a reason, y'all. Everything in life happens for a reason. And people you meet, everything happens for a reason, right? So you just have to take it day by day, get uncomfortable to get comfortable, or get uncomfortable to grow, and then, it's okay. Some people stay, some people leave your life, and just make sure you set your goals, stay disciplined, and enjoy the process. So with that, that's really all I have for you guys in today's video. I hope this helped someone. And yeah, just know you're not alone. Quarter life crisis, but we'll make it out. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, and your boy is out.